This is Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 4 through 7. Then the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Then said I, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But Yahweh Hashem Yahushua said unto me, saying, Not I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Call Allah Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua by Hashem Rakakadash. That's what this world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ through the Paleo-Hebrew tongue. Next, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule real well and teach real well and oversee the tabernacle of David. Next, I would like to give a shout out to the Israelites scattered like a speckled bird through the four corners of the earth looking like the heathen. And then I'll also like to give a shout out to the elect who's also out here pushing the truth. And to y'all, I like to say Shalom. This is your brother Donovan.
And your brother Eliar.
With the Men of Israel Camp, Greenville, South Carolina. Just to come and push out another video through the Spirit, just to cut Christianity again. How they always like to say that you have to be a certain age to have wisdom and to know what you're talking about when it comes to the scriptures, and how we're going to show you how that's folly. So let's go back into it. In Jeremiah 1 and 4 through 7. Then the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Then said I, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. Peep that. He said, for I am a child. Verse 7. But Yahweh Hashem Yahushua said unto me, Say not I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. And that's deep right there, because that's a cut to the whole topic of Christianity already. Saying how you have to be, they say you got to be 65, a senior citizen to have wisdom. And they try to get on the young kids or whatever who have wisdom, and they say, no, you don't have wisdom because you're young. You haven't been through nothing. You haven't endured nothing. So you don't know what you're talking about. Just like, for instance, like when somebody gets in trouble or a kid gets in trouble, the mom would be like, well, you don't know what you're talking about because you're too young, or so that's why this is such. How they like to say that, and that's folly, man.
Adding on to that folly, even when the parents try to say, or the parents try to act like what you're saying is not true. But what do they say? They respond with folly, saying, "Oh, so I'm lying now," or your teacher's lying. Nah, y'all just don't understand the truth that I'm bringing to y'all. Because a lot of times, a lot of situations, I can't lie. A lot of situations, Jake was doing the wicked shit that they were saying. But there are times where you really tell them the truth and they don't believe you. Why? Because they feel like they're the adult and the parent, and what they says is law.
Right.
What they say is law.
And then just to bring out another precept on that, I'm going to go to 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 15. So let's go to that real quick. Hold on. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 15. All right. And it says, And that from a child thou have known the holy scriptures. Now I'm going to stop right there. Now we all should know that this holy scriptures is also speaking about the truth. How that's a child knowing the truth, right? Which are able to make thee wise unto salvation through faith, which is in Hamashiach Yahushua, man. That's deep right there. Because once again, that is a child who knows the truth. You know what I'm saying? How it's saying how you going into knowing the salvation through the faith with Hamashiach Yahushua. So that's another cut. That's letting you know that that's folly and how they're going off, because that's not true. And it's children out here who actually have wisdom, you know what I'm saying, and know more than these 65-year-olds who don't even know what they're talking about, who just are going off, period. You know what I'm saying?
And if I can add on to that,
Go ahead, brother.
And it don't even have to be a 65-year-old. It could be a damn 30-year-old.
Right.
They still swear up and down, well, you ain't lived as long as me. You haven't been through what I've been through, so you don't know what I know. You know what? To a point and to a degree, you are right. But what's even more factual and more evident is that I don't have to be your age or go through what you go through to have to learn from your mistakes, right? I can be younger than you and still learn from what you did and learn from what others did and have more wisdom not to go about those things.
God.
That's what's beautiful about how Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushua works. And to harp on that, I got a precept, the book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 40. I'm going to start at verse 40. I'm going to read on down to verse 52. And it reads, and the child grew, and the child grew and waxed strong in spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of Yahweh was upon him. Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover. So Salah, right here, just in case y'all haven't been learned up through the scriptures enough, this child is talking about Yahushua, right? He and his parents went to Jerusalem for the feast of the Passover, as every Israelite should keep. You know, the feast of Passover is something that we're commanded to do in representation of our holy sacrifice, which is the Lamb, Yahushua, for us. He was keeping this as a child, right? And in verse 42, it continues and says, and when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast. And when they had fulfilled the days, as they returned, the child Yahushua tarried behind in Jerusalem, and Joseph and his mother knew not of it. So basically what happened is, as it simply said, Joseph and his mother, Mary, they left Jerusalem after the feast, and they didn't realize they left Yahushua back in Jerusalem. Right? He's going to further elaborate on that. Verse 44. But they, supposing him to have been in the company, went a day's journey, and they sought him among their kinsfolk and acquaintance. So this also shows you how just because you're older and the adult and the parent doesn't mean you know everything. Because they didn't even know that their child was still in Jerusalem, and they went a whole day's journey out of Jerusalem. And they just now are thinking, hey, wait, we haven't seen him. Check and see if he's with the family or the friend. And they still didn't see him. Right? That's a simple cut right there automatically, but we're going to keep reading. Let's go deeper. It says, verse 45, and when they found him not, they turned back again to Jerusalem, seeking him. And it came to pass that after 3 days they found him in the temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions. And all that heard him were astonished at his understanding and answers. Now keep in mind, this is not a young boy that's just smart with Esau's wisdom and knowledge, that knows 2 times 2, that knows how to divide and knows how to
multiply, subtract stuff.
Get all these complex answers from their theories and theorems. You know, This is a child that has wisdom and knowledge and understanding in the scriptures, right? Which is held, or at least should be held, at a much higher standard. And the people were astonished at his understanding and the answers he was giving them in the temple. And it says, verse 48, and when they saw him, they were amazed. And his mother said unto him, Son, why hast thou thus dealt with us? Behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorrowing. It means they were crying, they were upset because they didn't know where their child was, which is understandable. But listen to the spiritual response Yahushua gives them at the age of 12. He says, and he said unto them, how is it that ye sought me? Wist ye not that I must be about my father's business? And they understood not the saying which he spake unto them. So even in this simple fact, in this simple instance, Yahushua responding to them in a spiritual mind, saying, didn't you not know I was going to do what my father, Yahweh, commanded me to do? And they didn't even understand that simple wise saying in the spirit. from a 12-year-old, from their child. They couldn't even understand that. So that shows you even farther and even much deeper that your age does not matter. Your role that you have in this world does not matter, right? Not even your parental status matters. What matters is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that Yahweh Shem Shai bestows upon you, right? That's what matters. And just continuing down to the end, it says, verse 51 and 52, and he went down with them and came to Nazareth and was subject unto them. But his mother kept all these sayings in her heart. And Yahushua increased in wisdom and stature and in favor with Yahweh and with man. So that just further elaborates on how Yahushua was in all righteousness. Even as a baby, yes, we understand that, this is Yahushua. Not many people can be compared to him. However, the scriptures do explain that we are supposed to live a life like him. Right? That's what all the scriptures explain, living a righteous lifestyle that's based after what Yahushua did.
And just to go on that, brother, I'm gonna bring out another precept. This Proverbs 22 and 6. Let's go to that. Proverbs. This 22 and 6.
Bring it out.
All right, and this is train up a child in the way he should go.
Train up for what?
Train up a child.
No, train up damn. What do you call the menopause?
Right.
Old ass women.
Nah. This says train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
That's a beautiful piece of it.
That is tough, man.
So that,
and this is why this is so deep, because that's also getting on some more folly as well. Through the spirit, I just caught that, because when it says train up a child in the way he should go, that's not talking about train up a child to where he can try to go prosper in Babylon. And like, matter of fact, that's how my dad, how he tried to do me. Like, he wanted me to go out here and get some status and get some fame, because he was saying I was capable of that, whatever, whatnot, to do what I want to do to prosper in Babylon when Babylon finna fall. And I can't wait on it. Nigga, I'm ready to go. But no, that's not what that's saying. This is saying train them up in these scriptures. Train them up in this truth. Train them up with some real wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that this truth has to bring. And when he gets older, he's not going to depart from it. That's tough, man.
That's beautiful. And just to harp on that same point, through the spirit, he's saying when he is old, he will not depart from it. So that's what your old age is for you to confirm how well grounded you were as a child. It's not for you to still be switching up or still trying to get deep. No, I mean, it is. There still will be wisdom when you are old. I'm not saying that there will not be newfound wisdom. However, your foundation will not be shifting and changing at the time you're old if you have been trained up since you were a child, which is what this wisdom is for.
Right.
Hopping out through the spirit. And a precept for that, how the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is even supposed to be given, is the book of Isaiah, chapter 28. And just bring on verse 9.
Chapter 28, verse 9. Okay, here we go. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make the understanding doctrine? Salakia. Let me start it over. Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast.
Good time. So what the prophet Isaiah is bringing out through the spirit, Yahweh Shem Shai, is simply that you have to be a child in mind state, in spirit, in order to even understand the true knowledge and understanding of the scriptures, which is what the milk is. The milk is not, it is evident in the earth that babes need milk. However, the milk that this is referring to is the foundation of this truth, which is the first 5 books of Moses, which contains the law, statutes, and commandments for Israel. That's the milk that a babe is built off of, is founded off of, and has a foundation from. A babe, not an old man, not a wise, Salakia, not an old fool, a baby. That's
Right.
that's who this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is given to.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And then going into where it's talking about the meat, that's just going into, you know, like the prophecies and everything through that nature. You know what I'm saying? And just in that case, I'm gonna bring out another precept. I got you right here. We're gonna go to Romans chapter 8, verse 16. Let's go there real quick. It's Romans chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself breathes witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh.
That's a edifying point. Simply as it says, which is a different way of breaking this down or bringing it out through the Spirit, but it still harps on the same point of the topic. As it says, the Spirit itself, right? It's the Spirit that we should be concerned about, not the status of this world. The Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, it bears witness with our spirits that we are the children of Yahweh, which is evident in which you should understand. No matter how old you think you may get in age, you will still be the child of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So you will still be. And that's what's beautiful is the wording that the Most High had this scripture put in, because it didn't say that you are the people of Yahweh. It didn't say that you are the grown men of Yahweh. It said you are the children of Yahweh, which means what? He is the one that birthed you and gave you a foundation of his spirit, right? It goes back to your youth, which is what's important. Your youth is one of the most important times of your life because it's the time where you're figuring things out for the first time. Once you're old, you're not experiencing things for the first time anymore. They're reoccurrences. But when you're young, when you're in your youth, when you're a child, it's that the first beginnings. Well, and we understand all spirits are recycled and regenerated, so it's not really your first time. But however, when you're a child, that's literally when things begin for you to try to seek anything. So I do got a final precept for you, brother. You can go ahead and grab it. Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 13.
Chapter 4 verse 13. Kind. Alright, here we go right here. Better is a poor and a wise child than an old and foolish king who will no more be admonished, man. Brother, if you don't mind, I'm going to speak on that real fast. This is so deep because when it's saying better is a poor and a wise child, I'm going to use me and my Akim right here, my brother Eliah, as far as things that's been going on out here in this world today, as far as like our family, they're like the ones who's supposed to be the closest one to you, right? They put us down in a way to say that, you know, we were off for going as far as the truth, that we were in a cult, we were we were devil worshipers and all of this. And this part stuck so hard to me because when it says better is to be a poor and a wise child, as far as me and my brother, than an old fool, man, roughly paraphrasing. And that old fool, like my parents and everything, me and my brother right here have been having to endure through a lot just off of the folly of them being old fools, man.
Big
to where they done put us out. They're saying we can't do for you no more. They're saying we don't care about y'all doing that or whatever. Y'all don't have no wisdom, knowledge, or understanding of nothing in the scriptures.
And harping on that, they even taking our good and speaking evil of it. They're saying we Islamic,
right?
We all types of stuff that's off. It's really off, man.
Which is big folly, man. Cause that's not what it is, man. And that's why that hit so hard, because I'm fine for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I'm fine with being a poor and wise. If I'm poor and wise, it was meant to be anyways. That's Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know what I'm saying? So and the fact that I at least would be a poor and a wise child than to be just like them in these churches, going to these churches like we was going to church every day. I promise you I didn't learn nothing. That's how I knew for certainty it was folly, man.
Oh yeah.
That's how I knew it was folly, man. I'm in there, and they would tell us, they would be like, "What did you learn?" I'm coming up with lies. I'm coming up with lies that the preacher ain't even preach about. That's how I knew it was folly, man. And they in here talking about some, oh, the pastor got deep, but the pastor go up on the pulpit talking about some, I ain't got nothing to preach about this Sunday, so yo, we just gonna go ahead and leave so we can go eat our crab, lobster, and shrimp and pork.
Right. After praise and worship.
After praise and worship, right? But wait. Don't forget the tithe and offering now.
Right. Yeah,
Don't forget the tithe and offering. You know you gotta get the tithe and
That's
offering.
the exit fee. You can't get to church without paying that tithe and offering.
Yeah, you gotta at least drop $1.
Right.
You gotta pay the bill.
I remember, just speaking on the folly of the church real quick, because you got me riled up in memories.
Con.
I remember our parents used to be so damn hell bent on paying tithes, even though tithes are righteous, but the church do it folliness. Our mom would make us go ask somebody across the damn church room for a damn nickel or a quarter just to put something in the tray.
Con.
Just so that we could put something in the tray.
She said, my mom used to tell us, you not leaving until you put something in that tray when it's time to put something in that tray. And that church ain't do nothing for me but fuck me up in this world, man. And that's fucked up Israel in this world, man. That's why 2/3 got to go, man. Because 2/3 want to be so stuck into this slave doctrine of fucking Christianity, which is off, man. And that's why I can't wait to go into that 2/3 gonna be put to death, man, because I'm tired. Man, our parents, man, for the biggest example, you know what I'm saying, that put us down the most, just for an instant with my dad. Like, that nigga's through. I done told him, nigga, you're 2/3. I told her, I bring out some precepts to my dad, and I'm looking like man, like, he's saying the stupidest stuff. For an example, we were speaking on like how you're not supposed to shave your beard or get a haircut. You're not supposed to get no lineups, man. That's in Leviticus. And I brought that out to him. He talking about something. Well, when I go up in the church house, hey, I got to be fresh to death. You know what I'm saying? I got to be cool. I'm like, nigga.
And that's exactly where he going. Fresh to death.
Big kind.
Yeah.
I'm like, right. How are you supposed to be following the truth or the scriptures? But when the scriptures brought out to you, you wanted to fit your life. You wanted to fit how you want to live. Nigga, fuck you, man. The scriptures ain't for you, nigga. That's why you're gonna be put to death, and that's exactly how I brought it out to him. I don't care.
That's the truth, bro. That's the wisdom that you're supposed to be training up your child with.
Right.
And just to harp on the same Ecclesiastes 4:13 verse, as it says, better is a poor and wise child than an old and foolish king who will no more be admonished. Now we understand for the elect, we understand that Yahweh Yahushua is our king. We understand that. Even as a child, at 12 years old, man, he had more wisdom than any of these kings who's ever reigned in the earth. So, just harping on this, I want to bring out a point that applies to the worldly sense of the age. Because, our modern day king for America is your president, right? So, I'm going to pull it real quick just to show you that the modern day president, you have to be, as it says, the president must be a natural born citizen of the United States, be at least 35 years old, have been a resident of the United States for 14 years. So you have to have been in America, born in America for 14 years, and be at least 35 years old to at least run for the presidency. When Yahushua at 12 years old could have perfectly reigned all over all this shit in righteousness, right? That shows you the folly of this world and the folly of America. That you can be an old ass fool and an old ass, unwise, folly ass king and still, not have any type of wisdom. It's evident. And America has proven that and has shown us that time and time again. And will continue to show us that through this current election that's about to take place. It's going to be evident that there's no wisdom in this land, no matter how old you think you are.
talking about. I'm 65, so you know I went through a lot.
Right.
So I got a lot of wisdom in me, brother.
Right. No, you don't understand, young blood. I hate that.
I hate, and you know that's James.
Yeah.
Young blood, listen, young blood, you ain't been through that yet.
Right.
Young blood.
So let me tell you about something.
Nigga,
Done.
you're done and you're folly,
ass
man.
shit, man. But that's what these religions, that's what these niggas teach, bro. They think because they spent more time here, and you know, through the spirit, I'm about to bring this little statement out too. We can end on that if you want to. But man, I done had this question in my spirit for the longest. I've been wanting to ask you, damn Christians, because y'all swear up and down, y'all only got one life. This the first time y'all done ever been here in y'all life. Y'all don't believe in reincarnation. So answer me this damn question. You only been alive once, and you 35 years old, but you got the whole world figured out. This your first time being in this motherfucker.
Man.
This your first time being here, nigga, but you got everything figured out.
But I know it.
Right.
I know what it is. You don't know.
That's folly as
Nigga,
fuck,
you're done.
How does that... See, and that just irritates me because y'all are comfortable with being in that docile, effeminate, folly-ass mind state. Y'all are fine with being there. And that just shows, like the brother said, that shows exactly why y'all niggas must die.
And
y'all gotta be destroyed.
Yeah. Let me tell y'all something. When that day come, man, I promise you I'm gonna finally be happy.
That's the scripture.
Cause nigga, I'm not happy here. Fuck this place. Nigga, this place ain't did nothing but fuck me up. And all praises to Yahweh Shem Shah for, you know what I'm saying, for bringing me into the truth. Because nigga, if I wasn't in the truth, nigga, I'm through.
Big time. The scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing that, when an unrighteous king is in rulership, the people mourn. But when a righteous king, roughly paraphrasing, is in rulership, the people rejoice.
Man.
The men of Yahweh Shem Shah definitely ain't rejoicing right now.
At all.
We definitely mourning, crying, and pleading out to Yahweh Shem Shah. Please end this bitch.
Big kind. And nigga, if you mourning, you're fucking done. You're done. If you ain't mourning, you're done. If you out here rejoicing, talking about I want to go on a quick vacation, you're done. This ain't no time for a vacation, man. This time that the hopeful elect and supposed to be out here in these scriptures hitting the plow. We ain't got time for none of that, man. So if you out here talking about yeah, man, I want to go hit the beach real quick. You know what I'm saying? I want to go out there and hit that real quick, so then I'll come back and go to the truth. Nigga, you're done. And your big ass 2/3, man.
Alright, still trying to enjoy Babylon, man.
Right, man. Brother, man. Hey, man, this was just a quick little video, and hopefully it was edifying to show y'all, man, what's going on and everything. But hey, we gonna go ahead and end it, man. Call all Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash, Awada Baba. Death to America, man.